Hey, DC family. Welcome to another edition of the District Sports Report. My name is Greg Henderson, bringing you in-depth coverage, DC sports, the way nobody else can. Let's do this. Let's recap the last three Wizards games, shall we? First game started out against the Oklahoma City Thunder in OKC. For those of you that are following the team, for those of you that are not, we're dealing with a rash of injuries right now. John Wall just had surgery on the heel, just got the thumbs up from the hospital bed. Big prayers go out to you, John. Hoping for a speedy recovery. Glad to hear the surgery went well. Can't wait to get you back in the lineup next year. Heal fast, brother. We also without Markieff Morris for about 5 or 6 weeks. He's dealing with some kind of neck injury. And, of course, we're out without Dwight Howard for the rest of the year. In my opinion, I don't think he's going to be able to come back from that back injury. So we're missing three at the beginning of the year with starters in our lineup. So trying to put the pieces together. We're still looking up in the playoff race. Let's see what we can do with these next 3 games. So like I said, we're in OKC, a game that, I got to be honest with you, I didn't think we were going to win. We have not won a game in OKC in 10 years, folks. 2008 is the last time we won. Not to mention OKC is playing like a great team right now. Paul George playing like an MVP, and Westbrook getting back on his triple-double status. Didn't look like a game we were going to win, especially the way we've been struggling on the road. We've only won 4 games on the road coming into this game. Wow, did they surprise me? I mean, Wizards played one of the best games of the year. For those who criticize John Wall and say that we play better without him, man, this doesn't give them ammo. This justifies everything that they've been saying. The ball movement was crisp. Everybody was involved. Even the on-the-ball defense was good. My dad called me. He was like, we would never, ever play this way with John Wall. And it was hard to disagree with him just because we definitely play differently. That cannot be ignored. That cannot be denied. The Wizards play a different brand of basketball with Sandorowski at the head of the snake and Bradley Beal kind of leading the offense and the ball moving, not stagnant, not taking long twos, and really getting the best out of each possession. And defensively, like I said, it seems like they're rotating better. Players are not getting blown by one-on-one. And hey, trust me, that's not all falling on John Wall, but it's obvious to the naked eye that without him in the lineup, the Wizards play differently and at times appears to be more efficiently. Big takeaways from this game as we won 116-98. Rare road win against a top team in the West, something that we really should be proud of, something we should celebrate. I don't know how many road wins we're going to get against quality teams like that the remainder of this season. But Otto Porter, he looked like a max player. Well, sort of. He had 20 points off the bench. He was 4 for 6 from three-point range, shot 17 shots. He made 7 of them. Not a great percentage, but the fact that he shot 17 shots excites me because, there's a lot of games where Otto goes 5 for 8 or 3 for 7, and we really just need him to shoot more in volume. We really need him to be more aggressive, especially now with John Wall out. It's just imperative that he puts some more shots up to give himself some opportunities to score. So this is at least a good sign moving forward that, he's back, he's feeling better. Maybe his knee is feeling a little bit better, and he's getting these shots up, giving us opportunities to get some points on the board. Hey, got to give some props to our big men, y'all. The contributions from our centers in this game was huge. We're battling Sam Adams, who's a tough center in his own right, but Thomas Bryant held his own. He had 14 points. He had 7 rebounds. And, the one who I criticized the most, Jan Mahinmi, actually played a pretty good game. He had 10 rebounds off the bench. He had 9 points. Shot the ball pretty well when he got the opportunities to score inside. He was diverting some shots, being a rim protector and a fouler. He never has a problem doing that. And, when you take about 14 points and 9 points, was that 23 points from our center position and almost, 17 rebounds, you can't be mad at that. So they made their presence felt. They made an impact in the game. I believe Jan Mahinmi was a plus-minus of plus 30. That's almost unheard of. Big props to the big men. And you won the rebounding battle. My gosh, Wizards fans, when we win the rebounding battle, we win the game. We are 9-0 this year when we out-rebound our opponent. 55-41 against Oklahoma City. So that undefeated streak remains. Now, with this next opponent, Philadelphia 76ers. So we're continuing our road trip, ride on out to the city of brotherly love to play Philly. And Philly's coming in with a 27-14 record. They're sitting number 4 in the East. So this is another formidable opponent coming in with Mr. Embiid, who's really balling right now, and Ben Simmons, who's having a great year as a point forward. They're feeling good. Philly won against the Chicago Bears this weekend. Can't believe my man boinged off the upright. Nick Foles, I know St. Nick, they loving him right now. So Philly fans are feeling good. We're coming in there trying to knock them off their high horse. Got off to a good start. We were up 14-4, but then the wheels came off, man. We got outscored by 20 points in the second quarter alone. Before you know it, we were down by 30. Wizards lose a game 115-132. It was never really close. Bradley Beal did have a strong game. He had about 28 points. He hit 4 of 9 from three-point range, but this was one of those games that was just tough to watch. We got crushed basically from the end of the first quarter on. One of the things that bothered me this game was the fact that one of the 76ers rookies was just balling out. He hit, what was his name? Oh my goodness, what's his name? Oh, Landry Shamet. 26 pick in the draft. Just hit 8 threes. Set a rookie record for the 76ers for threes made. And it's just official, y'all. I mean, you cannot deny it. Stats prove it. We have the most unproductive draft pick of all the first-round picks in the league. Our pick, my man, Troy Brown Jr., who I've been begging Scott Brooks to put in the lineup more often. Played 18 minutes tonight, only had 2 points, so that's not so great. But he's only played 145 minutes. 145 minutes for the entire year. That's the lowest among active picks, all right? 31st in the league. 9 second-round picks have played more than this man. That hurts. I don't know if that's an indictment on Scott Brooks and his development of the young man, or is that an indictment on Ernie Grunfeld, who brought in a player who doesn't have the talent, who is ready to compete right now. One thing that I know is that Troy Brown is not a great three-point shooter, and that's one thing that is heavily coveted in this league right now. You see a lot of guys coming in that can hit that outside shot, and Troy Brown, although he can hit it, can't yet hit it consistently. And you see Chasson Randle, who's a free agent who we pulled up from the G League, who's getting real minutes right now. Of course, he plays the point guard position, which is a need with John being out, but the boy can hit threes. And I'm sure if Troy Brown had a better three-point acumen, he would be getting more minutes. So Ernie Grunfeld, you got to do better for us, man. Drafting a draft pick that can't get on the floor for whatever reason is not helpful. As a GM, it's your responsibility to get some players on the floor to help this team. Going through trade remorse, guys. I don't know if you caught the Phoenix Suns game, but Kelly Oubre balled out, man. He had 26 points, led Phoenix to victory. Devin Booker didn't even play, so he was kind of like the man, and he acted like it out there. My boy Oops would never shy away from taking control of a game or being aggressive, so I'm not surprised at that. But, you look at a comparison. Our loss against the 76ers, Trevor Ariza goes 1 for 7 and has 2 points. I know the Wizards really, really, really wanted to bring Trevor back. They really appreciate his game and his leadership. But I am really missing the energy and the enthusiasm that Kelly Oubre brought and his upside, which he is showing big time out west right now. Oh, all right. So we get on the plane after this tough loss in Philly to fly back home, get some home cooking, to face the Sixers once again. Now, it's a home and home, which means that obviously they played on our home court. They played on their home court. Now we're playing on our home court to close this thing on out. And so there's no advantage. Both teams on the back-to-back. The only advantage is we get to sleep in our own bed. And we playing on our own home court. So we do have a slight up on them for this game. And they're not a great road team. 76ers are a good team, but they struggle a little bit on the road, so we got an opportunity to catch them slipping. Great start to this game. Started out with a 17-8 lead. Bradley Beal had 18 points in a strong first half, and we went into the locker room leading 63-48. Now, usually other teams score 60 points on us in the first half, so it was a pleasant surprise for us to have such a great offensive showing to come out the gate. Now, Phoenix 76ers made a couple runs. They got it down to 12 a few times in the second half, but no closer than that. About 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Brett Brown was waving the white flag, put all the bench players in, and we ended up winning pretty handily. Beal balled out. He had 34 points, hit 6 threes. Please vote for Bradley Beal for the NBA All-Star game. Get my man to Charlotte, please. He deserves it. He's averaging about 24 points a game. Just unbelievable season. Despite all the injuries, despite all the adversity, he is coming to play. And Big Panda, our original DC3, Bradley Beal. Go to NBA.com if you haven't already. And even if you have, you can keep voting and voting and voting. Let's up this man's votes, because when I went to check, he is lower right now than Jeremy Lin. And Linsanity was a long time ago. So let's get my man Bradley Beal in the All-Star game. Hey, got to shout out Otto Porter. Good game, 23 points, 6 rebounds. He had 3 steals. Man, Otto, we need more of this from you, bro. I mean, if you are listening, and I hope you are, this is the type of aggression and shooting and scoring that is really imperative for you to earn that money, to earn that contract, for you to get the respect of the rest of the league and your fans who don't think you've earned it thus far, but to help this team, which I know you want to do. Let's be honest, you're shooting us down this year, right? Catch and shoot, you're shooting 35% this year. Over the past 2 seasons, you were shooting 44. So I know the reason for the slippage. Maybe it's your knee. But one thing that I'm also noticing is your lack of getting to the free throw line, man. You're averaging 1.2 free throws a game. Just put it in perspective. In 29 games, Otto Porter has shot 35 free throws. Right. Dwight Howard, in 9 games, shot 45 free throws. Now, I know there's a little bit of Hacker Howard there, but, I mean, look at that disparity. 1.2 free throws a game is just not cutting it. Otto, you got to be more aggressive. If you listen to Bradley Beal during the halftime speech, he's like begging Otto Porter, be more aggressive, be more aggressive. They need you, bro. They need you, bro. We need you. All right. We got another game coming up, but let's do a top floor breakdown real quick. Some big things going on in the city. My Washington Nationals are really in the front running to land Bryce Harper again. I mean, I thought this was an impossibility a few weeks ago. Talked about it on the last show how excited I am that we're even in the race. But it looks like he's seriously considering coming back to us. The money is stacked now. There's no reason for him to say no, unless the Philadelphia Phillies try to swoop in with a hell of an offer. And what I'm hearing is that Philadelphia is now starting to focus on Manny Machado, former Baltimore Oriole, who went to the Dodgers for a stint. So they're kind of focusing their free agent recruiting on Machado now, kind of laying off of Harper, which will make me happy, which will leave us really in the driver's seat to pick that boy back up. Come on home. You belong here, man. The fans don't want to see you go. Let's keep it here and let's keep driving towards that ship. We got a great team. Great team. Georgetown Hoyas. Man, oh man, this was a tough week for the Hoyas, y'all. Lost 2 close games. First game against St. John's, lost in overtime. Up by 5 with like a minute left in the game. They ended up forcing overtime. We lost in overtime. Just a tough loss. Chris Mullin got Patrick Ewing on this one, but hopefully we'll see him again. Lost to Xavier tonight. We were up by 17 points, but they ended up making a huge comeback and winning the game. But in Hoyas' defense, we were missing 2 starters. Freshman sensation guard Mac McLuhan is out with an ankle injury, and forward Trey Morning is still out with a concussion. So we were missing some key contributors. We played tough, just couldn't maintain that lead. We got to get some wins in the Big East. Right now we're 0-2, getting out the gate. Next game is against Providence, so hopefully we can get off the snide. Big up to the Caps, beat the Flyers 5-3. 2 goals from my man Vrana, who I swear is the fastest man on the ice. For those that don't know, he is the second leading scorer right now to Alex Ovechkin. 14 goals this year. already, even before the midway start. And he scored only 13 last year, so it just goes to show you his growth and development and how much he's balling and contributing to the team this year. I'm telling you, he's the fastest player on the squad, might be the fastest player in the league. Redskins, not much to report. Just struggling watching another Dallas and Philadelphia Eagle victory. Hopefully they get snipped out of the next round. I can't watch them all the way to the end. Please, Lord, don't make them get to the NFC Championship. We will receive a third-round pick for Kirk Cousins. Compensation is coming through, so we didn't lose him all for naught. We will get a third-round pick in compensation in this year's draft for Kirk Cousins, and we get a couple other compensation picks. So we'll have 9 picks, I believe, total in this draft. A couple picks in the third, maybe a couple picks in the fifth, I believe. So hopefully we pick up something good. We got the 15th overall pick. Praying for a quarterback. Lord knows we need to start over. All right. DC, look like we might get some snow this weekend, so be safe out there. I know the grocery store is going to be packed. Hey, for all of you guys that are affected by this government shutdown, this furlough, my heart goes out to you. Prayers goes out to you. Hopefully, this thing shall pass. District Sports Report, Portland Live. Love you much. DC or nothing, y'all. Peace.